I mean, Lulu is not putting, sisters before misters here. She is the issue in this relationship, in my opinion, even though I understand where she is coming from to an extent. But at the heart of the matter, I do think Lulu is being the more selfish one. What is up, everybody? Happy weekend. I still wanted to talk about yesterday's General Hospital episode, a Friday episode, and one of the stronger episodes of the week, I would say. Something General Hospital does do well that some of the other soaps struggle with these days is they still do very well with friendships. I talked about last time I did a video about Jason and Carly's friendship, how they've been friends for forever. They have these deep feelings for each other. Well, I think Friday's episode showed different friendships, but another one that has been going for a long time is Lulu and Maxie. This, of course, came after Lulu showed up at Maxie's to see her and talk to her about Nathan, except Nathan was also there because Nathan and Maxie were talking out their issue with the fact that Nathan wants to move on to Maxie's BFF Lulu in a relationship. Lulu wanted to sit down so they can all talk, and Nathan had to stop them from bickering by saying, "Stop fighting over me." He said he did that just to get their attention, and he says their friendship is more important than this, and he hopes they can talk it out, and he's going to leave so they can talk it out. So Nathan left Maxie and Lulu to at least attempt to talk out these issues of Lulu is not putting, sisters before misters here. She is the issue in this relationship, in my opinion, even though I understand where she is coming from to an extent. But at the heart of the matter, I do think Lulu is being the more selfish one, and I do think it is a little plot driven to get us to this point because, as I said in my last review, I do feel as though Lulu has done more talking about dating Nathan than actually dating Nathan to get into this predicament with Maxie. But I did enjoy their talk as friends. I did like how Maxie was saying that she might how Lulu was saying how she might resent Maxie if she doesn't pursue Nathan. And then Maxie was like, I guess it's better for everyone if she's the resentful one. And I think as this conversation went along, Maxie obviously didn't want any of them to be resentful with each other, but if Lulu is going to continue to date Nathan, that might not be possible. And Maxie got it out that she just feels betrayed by both of them because she doesn't understand how Nathan and Lulu let this happen because they both love her and she knows both Lulu and Nathan love her. Maxie was also upset that Lulu didn't tell her immediately when she came out of the coma, which I think was a little much because Lulu basically did tell her right after that. So I think Maxie was just obviously upset and trying to find other reasons to be upset. Maxie just doesn't know how this is going to change things in their friendship. Lulu went on about how change happens and she hopes they can figure it out, what the new them looks like. And Lulu was saying that it will be different, but Maxie is her person. And so by the end, they did seem to talk it out, just acknowledging that their friendship is going to have to be different going forward, but that they're going to have to try to work through this. I think Maxie was being the better friend, which is kind of a trend for these two as friends. But I do think that they had some solid scenes. And then when Maxie talked to her mother, Felicia, about it, Felicia was trying to tell Maxie that she doesn't have to pretend to be okay. But Maxie was saying that things will be different and weird, but she doesn't want to be in the way of both of them finding happiness. So Maxie being the bigger person, and then Lulu went and broke the good news to Nathan. But they had some strong scenes, so I did enjoy that. And like I said, this episode did depict General Hospital having strong friendships on their show. We saw that with Justine and Jordan talking. Uh, they were both there to get their nails done, and I guess Justine and Jordan have been talking a lot about Justine's almost relationship with Sunny, this forbidden relationship because she is the DA, and of course Jordan is talking about her and Curtis moving in together. So that was another example of friendship. So General Hospital doing good with friendship. It would be nice if they can, do equally as good with their relationships on this show. But their relationships are still lacking, like a lot of other American soap operas right now. I do also feel like General Hospital, since I've been watching again in November after years of not watching, they not so surprisingly have their black characters in a box, where I feel like you will only see the black characters on the same episodes every 5 to 6 episodes. They might appear, and they are in this very redundant storyline with the whole Curtis and Portia and Jordan love triangle. Trina had a surprise for her mother, and that was to go get a mani-pedi. But of course, them going to the nail salon, that's where Jordan happened to be. So that left for a little bit of Portia and Jordan drama by the end of the episode. Meanwhile, Curtis was getting a visit from Aunt Stella, who had brought an air fryer as a housewarming gift for Jordan, and Curtis had to tell Stella that it is both his and Jordan's home now. He is already moving in with Jordan, and Stella was trying to tell him that his marriage just ended, so is it actually good to move in with another woman? And then by the end of the episode, Stella ended up finding an early pregnancy test at the place, and that's when we go back over to the nail salon, where Jordan was looking sick, and Portia was putting it together that she might be pregnant too. I don't know if I love that, if that's true. I don't want Jordan to be pregnant. I mean, Curtis getting both Portia and Jordan pregnant, not a storyline I think I can enjoy. So I hope that does not end up being the case, and hopefully Jordan just has the flu. That's what I'm hoping. Sunny ended up running into Gio, who is now the show's guitar player, and they seemed to, last week an episode I saw before I started reviewing, Trina just started singing. So we might be going towards a music storyline. But they usually do music storylines on a soap opera when they're out of ideas. So if they're already out of ideas for their younger characters like Trina and Gio, I don't know if that is a great sign. But Sunny was trying to be a good grandparent with Gio and encourage him to find out what he really wants to do. I mean, the scenes were sweet. Sometimes I do like seeing the softer side of Sunny, although I feel like we maybe see the softer side of Sunny too much these days, rather than the harder side of Sunny. And then the other storyline is kind of this whole baby storyline that came out of nowhere before I started reviewing, with the whole Delilah woman who was found by Chase and Brook Lynn, who ended up being pregnant, who gave birth but then died. So right now others are looking for the baby's family, since Delilah is no longer with us. But Brook Lynn got to sit with the baby after talking about it with Liz, and talked about how she knew the baby's mom, and told the baby that she never got to hold the baby of her own and gave him up before she got to hold him. I don't know if this is leading towards like Brook Lynn and Chase wanting this baby, but that's what it seemed like, because Chase later came over and also got to meet the baby and also sang to the baby. It was kind of a bit much, but they really were going for sweet in these scenes too. And then Felicia and Liz were panicking that if the baby's family is not found, the baby is going to have to go into foster care. But Nathan and Dante seem to get some evidence on the baby and found out the woman's last name, Delilah's last name, is Wilson, so maybe they can find the baby's family. But this storyline kind of came out of the blue, and it seems like it's for Chase and Brook Lynn. The only other thing was Dante telling Nathan that he doesn't blame Nathan for the chapter of him and Lulu maybe being closed for good, but then Dante ended up at the hospital talking to Liz again. So the show could still be teasing a Dante and Liz coupling, which I'm still on the fence about because I don't know if there's actually chemistry there. But I guess at least it would mean both characters have something or someone to do. But it was a fine enough Friday episode. Still had its flaws. It was one of the better written episodes of the week for General Hospital. Wrapping up our week, the cliffhanger was that Jordan might be pregnant too, like Portia. Hope that's not the case though. That will be a storyline that annoys me if that is the case.